Sorry being late. The Happy you got the win. Um, Proud of a lot of things I saw in the game. Obviously, I'm going to be a coach and say that it wasn't perfect, and there's a lot of places that we can improve on. But I was really proud of the entire team from beginning to end. And at the beginning, we had some rough times. I mean, I think we punted the first series. Defense gave up some plays, got the turnover, and so the blocked field goal kind of was swung the momentum our way. The guys never looked back afterwards. Even coming in after halftime, I really liked what our ones were doing, but we knew that game was pretty much done, and so we put our reserve guys in the second half, and I was really proud of the way that they played. Got some really good, valuable reps and great competition that we were able to see from them, and I thought they performed at a high level. So that's going to help our depth, I wish Portland State best of luck the rest of the way. I mean, I know they got banged up in this game and the game before, so hopefully they can get healthy and be ready to play the rest of their schedule, especially next week. So, but proud of the team and looking forward to next week. I think you can make a lot of improvement from week 1 to week 2, and looking forward to getting that done, watching the film. But overall, just really excited about what we saw from them tonight. So.
Kalani, Portland State had a total of -9 yards on offense through the second quarter and third quarter combined. What do you feel like the defense did specifically that they were able to clamp down to that level at that pivotal stretch in the game?
I think the defense. I mean, they're in the system now, so there's a lot of guys that have been here for a while and spent a lot of time with Jay Hill and the entire defensive staff. Having the whole defensive staff intact and returning was huge for us, and it shows in the way these guys have been ready. I mean, I think a lot of times when you have some turnover and some changes in the coaching staff, you have to get guys used to a new coach, and I think that's harder than what people would think. And so I'm really thankful that we're able to hang on to our coaches, and I think it's going to help us in the long run, especially through the season. But for the depth and for what we're looking for the team, having that consistency in the position group, in the room, who's speaking, was nice, and Jay Hill's done a great job with the defense. I'm really, really happy with what he's done, and looking forward to what they can accomplish even more this year, and especially week 2 when we take on Stanford. Offensively, I thought we did enough that what we needed to do. I mean, I think A-Rod felt like he knew we could run the ball. I think at the end we just wanted to see Bear in that 2-minute situation. I thought he did a great job, and so. But after that, it was kind of we knew to just shut him down, and LJ and Sione and the rest of the guys, and so we had a lot of threes playing in the game too, and so it was a lot of fun.
How did you break down what Bear did? I mean, first chance for a true freshman to play. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. I mean, I think the physical part of the game was something that once he started getting hit a little bit, then I think he was able to settle down. I think it's hard when you get into this environment. I don't know if they were ready for the stands to be that packed, and there's a huge credit to our fans. They're awesome. I mean, we're not even in school yet, and there's a packed house, and they're excited to watch BYU football, and so I think that could get you a little bit nervous. So I think he was able to settle down, and I think on some of the throws, he wished he can get those back, but. Overall, I thought he had a good demeanor about him. I thought he had a great presence. The guys felt really good about him leading the offense, and I felt good about how it finished in the first half.
Did you consider putting him in at all in the second half, like to start the second half?
We thought about it, but I think at the end of the first half was kind of like that was enough. I think we wanted to see him in that, and I don't think anyone can blame us for trying to score in a 2-minute situation. So once we saw that, I think it was easy to shut it down. I'm not trying to pad stats. I'm trying to keep guys healthy, and at the same time, you can keep guys healthy, but then work on depth and get some valuable reps. I think it's going to pay off in the long run. We had O-linemen. I mean, there were very valuable reps for those guys, and they were able to have some success. And then we went down the line on our players, and it was a great time for those guys to be in that situation. So I didn't mind it at all, and I just talked to my wife on the phone. She's like, "Yeah, you need to stop trying to look so disappointed when you score and stuff like that." I was just like, I wasn't disappointed. I was like, let's just run the clock out and try to do the Lavelle-like thing, but when the team's rolling and guys are doing what they're supposed to, then success will be there. And so I don't mind what they had what we did in the second half. I talked to Coach Barnum too, and he felt fine with everything. So that made me feel a lot better.
Kalani, when you said there are areas you can improve on, does anything come to mind?
Yeah, right away. I think it's it's at the end. I cut you off. It's the penalties. And then I say that, and it's like I don't know if that was any of the ones, but it doesn't really matter. I think we had a couple holding penalties, and then we had one that took away a great return from Cannon DeVries. So there's that, and then a 15-yarder targeting. But I mean, the guys are just really excited and amped up to play. But we have to have better mindset and better control, be more disciplined. We've been really focusing on that. We had a delay game, but we were trying to milk the clock, so I don't blame the guys on that one. They're just trying to milk it too much. But yeah, other than that, I think execution-wise, I think we did for the most part. The guys actually, all 11 guys on the field played clean football and assignment sound football. We'll have to watch the film, see how we did fundamentally, if we missed a lot of tackles or not. But I thought the guys were flying around. They looked really good, man. From what I watched and what I saw in all three phases, I thought we looked really good and looked really fast, and I'm really excited about that.
Is this the fastest team you've had since you've been here? Kind of like Cody Hagan and
I think the numbers will probably tell you that, yeah, when we look at all the stuff and see how quick they run. It's just we need them to be right, though, because if you go the wrong way and you do it fast, you're really wrong. You know what I mean? So, and that took some practicing, but the guys have actually been working really hard on it. And we just got to keep working, though. Stay humble, keep working. I think the guys are excited that their teammates got opportunities to play in the second half, and they're really excited when the guys got to score touchdowns and stuff like that. So we just got to keep it rolling, though. So we're going to nitpick this thing and try to find ways to get better any way we can, because that's just what we do as a staff. But really proud of the entire staff and how hard they worked, and proud of our players and the mental state that they came into the game was awesome.
what do you think of the poise, though, from Bear in plays like that one with Hagan, the 57-yarder, a lot of movement on that play.
Yeah.
He was pretty calm and poised. Is that the maturity that you guys were talking about in camp?
Yeah, and I think I mentioned it before. Like, I felt really comfortable with all our quarterbacks. And so when you saw McKay and Trayson come in the game, they had a very similar demeanor about them and a good presence. And that's a good sign. They're making plays, and I mean, the command of the offense, those guys get it. And so I just have to give hats off to the quarterback room getting that place ready. And then even Cole Hagan came at the end and got some reps too, So trying to figure out what to do, the best thing to do with Emerson, trying to preserve his redshirt year. And then there's a lot of guys that we burn one of the 4 games that we can for the red shirts, but I think they were really valuable, especially at O-line. Those guys got a lot of reps, and D-line got some reps too. So, I mean, it was all around. I think in all 3 phases, the guys were able to get out there and play, and it was nice that we were able to have the game under control and then let these guys roll, and also allow Portland State to try to find ways to make plays. And the guys, man, they kept the momentum going. So really happy with everything.
That kick by Will Perrin was the longest in school history. How comfortable, or how long of a kick do you feel comfortable with him taking in game situations?
How much did he clear it by? Do you know?
A lot.
Pretty good, yeah. He was getting after the ball today. I mean, the kickoffs were. I mean, he had one that we wanted to, kind of pop it up a little bit. And it was like spot on. He's a next level kicker. So, we didn't know what to do right there in that spot, because we were in a position where we either pin punt it and get the ball down and keep them backed up, or just go for the field goal. And I mean, my old teammate Owen Potchman had the record. I think he tied it. So I think we were trying to break the record, but I don't know. Just it seemed like the right thing to do, and he was ready to go. So it's nice to get him that rep. But yeah, we just want to see him kick the ball.
Last couple of questions.
Coach Bear dropped his shoulder on a couple of run calls.
Yeah.
Is that something that you guys are wanting to see, or are you trying to teach him to slide a little bit more to preserve his health?
I don't know. It's just, I think it's one of those. It all depends in the circumstance. So I just don't want him jumping too much. You know what I mean? I think he launched into the end zone, but we want to take care of the football more than anything. That's all. But yeah, I don't want the quarterbacks to get contact, but these guys all. I mean, you saw them all. They're ready to run the ball. So it's nice to have athletic quarterbacks that can use their feet.
Well, Jay Martin had a career night on only 8 carries, but what did you make in particular of his game and then those 2 explosive runs that he had for 44 and 49?
Yeah, I was just really excited about the that he was able to break tackles, and that's what we were able to see from him, throughout the last couple of years. He started to really come into his own as a leader. He's a team captain. He understands the offense. It's nice, man. It's just like, I remember when he was a true freshman, we were trying to get him lined up correctly, and now he's directing everybody else, and I've been really, really impressed with his leadership. So, and he's still physical. He's changed his body a little bit, and man, he's got some speed. So we'll give him a hard time about getting caught in some of those runs, but I just like that he's able to break some tackles.
What's impressed you most about JT in the interior of the defensive line to the point where he's alongside of Keanu in the interior?
Yeah, I think those guys work really well together. I think the question everybody had was what's going to happen with our D-line, and I think we have a really good answer with that. I think a lot of the focus goes on Keanu, and so guys like JT and others are going to have to find ways to make plays. I think I give a lot of credit to what Sione Poha has been able to do as a coach and getting those guys ready, and the entire D-line with Sione Poha and K-Pop and Gary Anderson, Chad Kohaha, those guys got them all ready, man. And they're a young group except for JT. I think he's one of the upperclassmen, but the rest of the guys, Sione believed in him, and so I'm glad he was able to have his moment and make plays. He was showing some really good moments last year. We feel really good about the entire group, and I'm glad that they were to get a lot of reps. But it was nice to see him and to see JT and Keanu be able to get after it and be physical at the line of scrimmage.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.